Once again, it's not that the Hopkins attack can't score, it's that Virginia has controlled the ball, and Hopkins has not seen it on offense.
Steve Krause has the ball poked away momentarily by Lance Schneck. Puts it back out front to Ray Justo. Justo coming by. He's going to be double teamed by Schneck. Gives back over to, nice move to Krause. Krause back over to Caravana. Caravana tied up beautifully. Excuse me, it's Matt Reynes tied up beautifully by Mark Greenberg. The ball rolls out of Greenberg's stick, however, as he goes to pass it upfield. But Greenberg on a beautiful slide picked up Reynes. Reynes coming towards the goal, and Greenberg prevented him from scoring a one-on-one situation. Esposito now with the ball outside of the box, the attack box. Lance Schneck waiting for him just inside the line. Esposito dances a little bit as he brings it in. Rosies it off to Riccardi. Riccardi not an area to shoot from. Now fires. A nice save inside by one of the defensemen. Batted outside. You got to control the ball. You're in serious trouble. Riccardi knocked down. Picked up by Driscoll, and he scores as he beats Federico stick side. And Virginia now moves out on top. 8-6. 11:38 remaining in this game. Back behind the goal to Caravana. Back out front to Siri. He turns and fires. A nice save by Federico. Federico looks out for a quick outlet pass. Finds it over here to Lance Schneck on the near side of the field. Schneck knows he can't outrun Randy Natoli, so he puts it back to Dave Black. And once again, Johns Hopkins will try to get back on offense.
As we look at Brendan Schneck, he's going to be the man of the hour. He's going to be the one that Hopkins is going to have to look to.
Savuto now coming out front against Byrne. Pulls back front. And Byrne hooks him a little bit, but Savuto manages to control the ball. Gives it out to Henry Ciccarone. Hopkins a long way from the goal here, about 21 yards. The distance between the top of the box and the goal, 20 yards. As Brendan Schneck tries to get past Kevin O'Shea, a flag coming out into Ciccarone. Ciccarone fires and scores! What a beautiful feed off the double team by the Virginia defense. Brendan Schneck with a great assist. Ciccarone with a great goal. They move back within one. Virginia 8, Hopkins 7, 9:31 remaining in this game.
And there's Ace Adams, member of the Hall of Fame, former Johns Hopkins alumni, ahead of his former team, the head coach at the University of Virginia.
Rich Riccardi gives it off to Johnny Driscoll. Driscoll outruns Dave Black to get the ball out back in front, wide open is number 13, Matt Reynes. A great save by Federico, but a bad pass. Federico controls once again, picked up by Lance Schneck. Schneck takes the ball back behind the goal, looking for help, doesn't find it. He'll give it off to Federico on the far side, get back in on defense.
And believe it or not, this is just what Ace Adams wants. He wants Hopkins' offense to be one man.
Schneck coming back in, gets a double team off the crease, but can't find an open man. Now gets to put the ball back behind to Bidne. Bidne far side over to Savuto. Savuto dodges past his man, wants to fire, scores! It's a tie game! Johns Hopkins 8, Virginia 8, 7 minutes to go in this ball game. What a beautiful move by Jimmy Savuto.
And Hopkins showing a tremendous amount of discipline. Brendan Schneck, you know he's the man they want to handle the ball. 1 minute and 40 seconds as you watch the clock tick down. It's probably the ally of Johns Hopkins right now. 8-all.
Brendan Schneck picked up by Steve Byrne. Brendan Schneck has played attack and midfield this year, probably played more minutes than anybody else in the game. Comes by, Steve Byrne fires, it bounces off the stick of Brian Gregory. He rakes it back towards the end line, does not have control yet. Now he's all right as he gives it back to Kevin O'Shea. O'Shea bounces it once on the AstroTurf, settles it down.
That was some fancy footwork on both players' parts to keep that ball in play. Now we're under a minute to go, Bob. The score's tied 8-all. The fans are going berserk here.
It's checked out of Savarese's stick, but he manages to control and gets it back into Ruin. Ruin rolling in. Riccardi rolling in. Looking in front for a feed. He gets it in too.
But there was a timeout called. There was a timeout called, and the goal will not count.
Midfield of Johnny Driscoll, Rich Riccardi, and Esposito. Driscoll comes clean. He wants to fire. And at the last minute, Lance Schneck checks it away. Schneck does not control the ball. It's rolling back towards Federico. He has it knocked away. Picked up by Federico once again, and a great recovery. Federico in a lot of trouble. Can't get loose. It's going to roll out towards the far sideline. Picked up now by Jay Black. A long clearing pass bouncing over the head of the defenseman. Back into Kevin O'Shea's stick. 13 seconds showing. They're going towards the goal. Looking inside Virginia. Randy Natoli wants to fire. Can't find an opening. Now back out front to Driscoll. He shoots wide of the goal.
The whole season down to 1 goal now. Again, we say no matter which team is victorious, they're both winners. They've both played one heck of a ball game today.
Ball placed down. Offit tries to break it out, and Krause controls again. Steve Krause, outstanding face-off man, 5'9", 185 from Garden City, Long Island, has been awesome today on the face-off. Matt Reynes now trying to get past Dave Black. He's got him beat. Fires wide of the goal, runs into the goal, and knocks the goal back. And they'll have to take a second as he runs through the crease. They'll lose possession. Brendan Schneck, the man who's done it all year, 44 goals, 22 assists.
Brendan Schneck, the highest scorer for Johns Hopkins. The whole season rests on his stick right here.
Double, triple teamed. The ball rolling loose, picked up by Jeff Harris. He loses it. as he tries to push the Virginia man off the ball. It's rolling back towards the end line. Wait to see what's controlled by Saletti. Has it go off to his stick, out of bounds, unfortunately for Johns Hopkins.
Now, I have to think that Virginia is going to try and dodge and give the ball off here.
Sonny Esposito taking the ball back behind, picked up by Leroy Katz. 1:51 showing on the clock. Back behind Randy Natoli. Natoli looking back out front, picked up by Howdy Nicholas.
Still in sudden death overtime. Whoever scores is the NCAA champion. One goal is the whole difference in the season for both of these teams right now.
Natoli coming back out front with the draw double team. Doesn't get it. Now just holds on to the ball. Gives it over to Matt Reynes. Reynes, the young man who had basically an open goal last time and bounced it off Federico. Now you have Esposito trying to come back out front. A quick feed in the crease. It's wide open. A shot, a save by Federico. On a shot by Mike Caravana. Federico looking once, twice, and gives it over. A crucial save by Mike Federico on a great shot by Mike Caravana about 10 yards in front of the goal. Johns Hopkins will have 25 seconds to get something going here from a long way from the goal. I'd estimate about 50 yards, and Coach Henry Ciccarone takes the timeout he has allotted to him for this overtime period. Saputo now bringing in against number 9, Stevie Byrne. 21 seconds, 20 seconds showing on the clock. Saputo will try to force towards the front of the goal and look for someone cutting off a pick set by Bidne. Now Bidne breaks off. Saputo looks inside, doesn't find him open. The backside's wide open. Over to Ciccarone. Ciccarone dodges once, and he loses the ball as it comes clean. Kevin O'Shea with the ball now will take it back with 4 seconds. They won't try to do anything. They'll just hold on to the ball and get possession. O'Shea now wide open, and that's the end of the first sudden death overtime period. The tie score still Johns Hopkins 8, Virginia 8. 3:07 remaining in the overtime period, the second overtime period. They give the ball to Johnny Driscoll, and he takes his time, gives it back to Rick Riccardi. Riccardi picked up by Lee Katz. Comes right on Katz. Katz holds him a little bit. The ball bounces loose. We'll wait to see whether they call it a shot or a pass. It's called a pass, and Johns Hopkins will gain possession.
That looked like a bounce pass to me, Bob. He was trying to get it on the crease. Mike Federico is showing a lot of cool.
Give it over to Greenberg. Greenberg is pressed by Finn, gives it back to Federico. Federico on a lob pass to Greenberg. Greenberg tries to keep it in. He throws it back in towards the middle of the field. Picked off by Mike Sotier. Sotier quickly over to number 36, Dave Redmond. They lob it back downfield to Pat Finn. Finn is a man open in front of the goal. Doesn't see him as he takes the ball back behind and feeds it over to number 13, Matt Reynes.
Both teams playing very cautiously now as Virginia calls a timeout. Sounded like they're looking to roll in Matt Reynes on the crease and maybe get a screen.
Matt Reynes said that he can hang his man up between the goal and him. Excuse me, we get the goal between his man and him, and that would be Mark Greenberg. We'll wait to see what happens now. We look, and Greenberg is not picking up Reynes. He's picking up Mike Caravana.
A lot of strategy. Both coaches, excellent coaching staff. Bruce Arena, the reason I said the Cornell huddle, I think when I see Bruce Arena of Cornell, a two-time All-American here at Cornell and a member of the 1974 USA lacrosse team.
Johnny Driscoll now bringing it out front, running right at Ray Justo, roses it off to him. Justo picked up by Marty Bergen. They give it off to Matt Reynes. Reynes back out front to Justo. They slide down now. It's 2-2-2. The ball back out front to Driscoll. Caravana and Natoli picking each other back and forth in front of the goal. Driscoll tries to pull it and gives it off to Sonny Esposito. Esposito looking back out front, doesn't find it opening. Virginia very, very patient. Long pass knocked down by Lance Schneck. He checks the ball away, picked up by Ray Justo. Justo being hounded by Marty Bergen, however, does control the ball. Back into Randy Natoli. Natoli picked up by Howdy Nicholas. 1:33 showing on the clock in the second overtime period. Justo picked up by Marty Bergen, knocked down the ball, picked up by Lance Schneck. Schneck looks for some help, comes back hard left. Now he'll drive across the midfield line, have the ball cleared. Virginia does not get a shot off on that opportunity. Bidne has control. He comes back in looking for help, and he finds it in the person of Brendan Schneck.
And of course, Brendan Schneck is going to be the man they want to handle the ball. He'll either take it to the goal and try and shoot, or he'll draw a double team and feed off.
I tell you what they miss right here, Joe, is they miss a healthy Wayne Davis, who has one of the hardest left-handed shots in lacrosse. Wayne has not played at all in this second half, and he can really crank it from anywhere from 15 to 17 yards away. As Brendan Schneck starts in against Kevin O'Shea, looks inside, puts the ball behind, quickly to Bidne. Bidne feeds the crease, and scores a goal! The game is over! Jeff Harris scores the winning goal on a feed from Jim Bidne, and Johns Hopkins are the national champs 3 times in a row. The first time any team has ever done it. 48 seconds showing on the overtime clock. and Johns Hopkins is going wild on the field.
And they're surrounding Jeff Harris. Jeff Harris, who had an injured leg, came off the bench when Cook was injured. When Cook's back, put him out for the year. The guy that came off the bench to score the winning goal in the second, 48 seconds remaining, in the second overtime period, the Blue Jays have the impossible dream. They've won the NCAA championship 3 times in a row. Let's watch it again. Schneck coming in, puts the ball behind. Where is he? Where is Jeff Harris? He's on the crease. He's waiting. He's standing there naked. He drops it in, and Hopkins wins.
As you hear the crowd chanting, we're number 1, you see the final score, Johns Hopkins 9 and Virginia 8. Looking down now, as the University of Virginia, somewhat disconsolate to our left. Johns Hopkins, of course, still completely excited, overwhelmed, as they set up for the presentation of the NCAA Division I trophies. We see Mort LaPointe down the sideline as we still looking at the excited, enthusiastic, unbelievably happy Johns Hopkins Blue Jays.